Oh, that works. Okay, so we'll just start and you can tell me about what happened, how you're
Yeah.
feeling, what the doctor said.
All right.
So
Well,
first of all, what the heck happened?
I was roller skating the other day with my friend, and I fell to the back. Like I lost balance. I was like trying to do a spin thing,
Uh-huh.
and I did this right to support myself,
Okay.
but I guess all my weight fell on my right wrist, and that was just a bit too much. So like, it hurt like shit, and it was like, yeah, I went to the doctors. It was broken. Yeah, basically that's it. No tendons or anything ripped, just the bone. And yeah, 12 weeks of cast and I'll be fine.
Okay. Are they giving you any like prehab stuff to do before the cast comes off, or what kind of guidance did they give you in terms of things to avoid, things that you should be doing? Any sort of
Nothing really. Like in terms of movement or anything, nothing. It's just, the basic stuff of like, oh, don't get the cast wet.
okay.
And I remember asking them if I could type so I could go to uni, and they were like, yeah, that's fine. That's all they said. I think that when the cast comes off, they might give me some like
Rehab
prescription from,
exercises.
yeah, yeah, but that's it.
How does it feel on a regular basis, day to day?
It's fine. It doesn't hurt or anything. I can use my hand for like, well, I can like hold light things. I can do some stuff, just nothing heavy. And obviously, I can't like bend my wrist, but use my fingers a little bit, so it's fine. Like it
So like
doesn't
when you
hurt.
pick up heavy things, is it something where it feels like just generally weak, or it feels like it's in like a bad position where you can feel it moving around where it shouldn't move around?
I can just feel pain in the wrist when I try to like lift something heavy. I can just, yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of.
Well, what I'd like to do today is to, because you were already practicing the Ashtanga sequence, it's something that you're familiar with, is just showing you how you can continue to practice so you're still getting the benefits of the overall movement without
Yeah.
putting any undue pressure on this. And then doing some things that are going to help you, I think, just generally kind of keep your body maintained, because when this comes off, obviously there's going to be weakness stuff that you're going to need to specifically address. But if you look kind of higher up, the more that you're using the muscles closer to the trunk of the body, the less pressure. So like, for example, if somebody types a lot and they're like, oh, I have a lot of wrist pain, you wouldn't necessarily address the wrist. You would address higher up. You'd want their back to be stronger. You'd want their just general biomechanics to be better. So these are all things that you can still work on even while you're very highly immobilized with this cast. So the good
Yeah,
thing
that's
is it's
great.
not in any sort of like a dangerous position. And is it okay if you put weight on your forearms, like a forearm plank, or is that painful enough?
Forearm is great. I've been doing forearm planks. Yeah,
Okay.
just
Okay. Yeah. So
nothing
what other
hard.
exercises are you doing like semi-regularly, regularly throughout the week?
Well, I've been doing like Pilates and like, where you lie down, you do like leg or ab stuff because a lot of that happens either on the side or even on your back. So
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and stretching because like I feel like all the yoga I normally do involves a lot of like
Hands. Yeah.
planking and down dogging and like stuff
Yeah.
where you really need to put like weight in your wrist. So it's been mostly like light stretching and some Pilates.
Okay. I think this is good because it'll get you in a place where you're used to kind of working around this tender, delicate area. And so it's not going to be kind of a surprise. You'll already have like good movement patterns built in when that does actually come off. That'll be ready to support you. So I think the main thing that we're going to look at is how to modify the vinyasa, excuse me, how to modify like going from um, plank, up dog, down dog, because those are going to be the things where you'd have the most pressure on the hands. The standing postures don't really get impacted too much. So I had you grab a stool or a chair because we're
Yeah.
gonna be using the forearm, and you can still grab. Yeah, you said you can still use your digits just fine,
Yeah, yeah. As long as there's no like pressure or anything where I have to
or
like
like excessive
put
weight.
my weight on it, but I can lift like light things.
Okay, so what I'd like to see is if you could set yourself up laterally so I can see you kind of sideways, if that's possible. And so I can see kind of like where your shoulders and your back are when you're doing plank on your
Yeah.
forearms.
All right. I gotta see if I can like if you can see me. Maybe if I put it like further away, does that work? Is that too far?
I think, no, the distance is okay if you could just angle down the monitor a little bit so it's a little bit brighter.
Like so?
Yeah, yep,
Is that better?
okay. Yeah, that's better.
Right.
Okay. And we'll see if I can still see everything that I need to see when you're on your forearms, because I can only see you at the belly button right now, but we'll work with it. So,
Maybe like this. Sure.
yeah.
All right.
Okay, go ahead and set up
Chair thing.
the stool. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you just flip it around so you're towards the light, just so I can see a little bit better, and I can also see the affected arm.
Wait,
So-
maybe put it on the right one.
That's a little bit better. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so here, are you able to grab and lower your knees, or is that uncomfortable? So if you're here, can you handle your body weight with straight arms and then down, or do we need to come to the forearms?
Yeah, that works.
This is okay? Okay, so what we're gonna do is just try progressive distances, because we're starting here where the legs are kind of doing the most amount of work. And then as you get stronger, you're gonna just gradually work and you kind of feel the progression of pouring more weight. Right? So just start here. And then what you're doing is taking the shoulders back, which is fine to start. This is making it light. So now you can adjust the weight heavier to the front, lighter to the back. Okay? Everything else needs to carry itself. So lift your rib cage, tuck your tailbone in, and I want you to get used to using your hands. So from here, just walk a little bit back, keep your tailbone in, and then slowly.
All right.
So let's bring it back up. And we're just gonna test the distance. So take another step back. We'll slowly tuck the butt in. See if this is still manageable amount of pressure in the upper butt.
Yeah, that works. I can feel that I'm putting a lot of my weight on my left arm.
Okay, I want you to try to evenly distribute it as much as you can, so we're not bleeding. But if you feel that that's happening, just make it a little bit lighter by coming.
Yeah. So
from here, and again, you always have the option to just automatically come to the forearms and lower down. So that's at your discretion, whichever feels more.
All right.
So from here, and then instead of doing the back bend on the floor, you can come all the way to your belly, but just to make the transition smoother here, I want you to interlace your fingers. Squeeze your shoulders together. And then just do a little bit of gentle wrist movement here behind you. I'm going to turn so you can see me. So this. Just a little bit of movement. How does that movement feel in the wrist? To kind of rock back and forth.
It feels good, like it works.
Okay. Yeah.
It definitely moves. And it moves not as much as my left one, but I can feel it.
Yeah. Just a little bit of movement. So, and then from here, actively squeeze your shoulders behind you and then come into a full back bend. Push your butt forward and lift your chest. Okay. Go ahead and look forward. So this will be the back bend instead of coming down onto the belly, onto the floor. And then for the down dog, you can use the forearms or you can use the hands. I prefer that you use the forearm right now, just so we can work on the strength. So from here, take your forearms down, push. And then you're gonna practice squeezing your elbows together as if you wanted them to touch. So if you're to see it, this is what I'm doing on the chair. I'm squeezing my elbows in and trying to push my elbow forward so it feels like a back bend. Does that make sense?
All right. Yeah.
Okay. So squeeze the elbows together, push the elbows into the floor, and then as you push, you should feel your chest go towards your legs. You should feel almost like your armpits are stretching.
Yeah.
Couple more breaths. Okay, and then everything else is just like normal in the sequence. So come all the way up to standing. Let's practice this together and see if there's any more hiccups. Go through a sun salutation A, a sun salutation B, and then a little bit of the standing sequence. Sound good?
All right. Yeah, sounds good.
So we'll do it together. And I'll just periodically check it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Let the belly button touch the legs, relax the neck, relax the arms. Inhale, I want you to grab the stool that you have. So using your hands, I want you to feel like you're dragging the stool towards you, but it's stuck. So you feel this squeeze in your armpit. Exhale, now change the direction of your spine, ribs all the way up. Slowly lower down. Inhale, interlace behind your back, stretch. Try to straighten your wrists, push your hips. Exhale. Push into your elbows, you're backing down dog. Stretch out your armpits and relax the neck. 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, walk the feet forward. Grab the sides of the stool, and again, feel like you're trying to drag the stool towards you, but it's stuck. So instead, you feel a squeeze in the armpits. Bring your spine into a back bending shape and look forward. There you go. Really squeezing your armpits. Exhale, relax the belly, forward, head all the way down. Okay. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, release. Okay, so have a seat for a second because I want to just practice this.
All right.
So what I want you to do for the chair pose, again, is just to keep focusing on this part of the body because this is the part of the body you're going to need to be using the most and needs to get strengthened and supported the most. So from here, you're going to take your hands together, squeeze your elbows together, and pull your chest up. You want your fingers kind of in line with your, in between your eyebrows. Exhale, squeeze the elbows in to touch. Inhale, try to pull your collarbone up. See me sideways? 90-degree angle, exhale, squeeze in, inhale, pull up. Okay, so squeezing in the armpit and then squeezing in your middle back. Make sense? Do you feel it in those two places?
Definitely the armpit.
Okay, so if you're not feeling it in your back very much, I want you to pull your shoulders back more. And then think about your bone, your collarbone, pulling up to your thumbs. It's not going to move very much. It's just like dialing up the squeeze in your back.
Yeah, definitely feeling it.
Okay, so this is how you're going to do chair pose. So you're specifically addressing this part of the body.
All right.
Let's come to standing. Set the upper body first, elbows together, squeeze your armpits, squeeze your back, and lift your chest. From here, your upper body is set, just push your butt back a little or a lot. Keep squeezing your back, keep squeezing your armpits. Exhale, forward. Inhale, Grab your stool, squeeze your armpits, pull your chest forward. Okay, your spine is in a back bending shape. Please roll your shoulders off of your ears more. Aha, there you go. Exhale. Take a step back. Tuck your ribs up, tuck your butt under. Make a cat spine. And slowly lower down. Okay. Inhale, interlace. Roll your shoulders first, squeeze your back, stretch. Exhale. You can use the hands or the forearm, whichever you prefer. Take your right foot forward. Bend your front right knee. Okay. So let's do the same thing we just did in chair pose, but we're doing it warrior one. Hand to hand. Elbows squeeze together. Collarbone squeezes up. See if you can feel it in your middle back. Exhale. Grab the stool. Lower down. Anytime this becomes uncomfortable, risk you switch to your forearms. Inhale, squeeze. Again, try to turn your hands pinky direction, away from your butt. Push your butt forward. Exhale. Forearm or hands back to down dog. Left foot forward. Elbow to elbow. Inhale, squeeze your back. Roll your shoulders behind your ears, pull your collarbone up. Exhale. Lower down. Interlace the hands. Inhale, squeeze. Push your butt forward. Exhale. Onto the forearms. Downward facing dog. 5. Or keep pushing your, bend your knees a little bit and push your chest towards your knees. Like you're pushing through your arms. There you go. Feel your armpit stretching. One more breath. Okay. Inhale. Walk the feet forward. Grab the stool. Yep. Back bending shape. Try to drag the stool towards you, but it's stuck. Squeeze your armpits. Exhale. Totally forward fold. Relax your neck. Inhale. Elbow to elbow. Bend your knees, chest up. Squeeze your armpits, squeeze your middle back. Roll your shoulders back a little bit more. There you go. Exhale, stand all the way up. Okay, so not much difference, Surya A, Surya B. It's just that middle section. Okay.
All right.
Let's see. I think the first postures are the same. Can you get your hand under your foot for the second posture or no?
No, that doesn't work.
That doesn't work. Okay, so in that case, you would just do the same posture 2 times.
Yeah.
Grabbing the big toes. Okay, let's just feel that out. See how that pull feels on your wrist. So, open up your feet with the hips distance, only 1 foot's distance. A little bit less wide. 1 foot. Okay. So, take your butt behind you, grab your big toes. Same focal point. I'm squeezing my armpits to squeeze my collarbone forward, and then I bend my elbows, just drop my hand. So focus on the armpit squeeze the whole time. 5. Louise, look at your wrist. Try to, there, you just did it. You made it straight. 4. Keep squeezing your armpits. 3. When you squeeze your armpits, it should feel like your neck gets longer. 2. 1. Keep squeezing. Inhale, straighten your elbows and look forward. Exhale, just hold. Okay. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, grab your hips. Inhale, take your time to curl up. Exhale, release. Okay. No difference. Triangle, straightforward. Revolve triangle. So revolve triangle. You're gonna just use the stool again. So take the right foot forward. The left side isn't the affected side, we're just gonna familiarize ourselves with the posture. Okay, so you can come here, so there's not so much weight on the hand.
Yeah.
You're gonna stay higher, right? Because we know that look further down we go, the heavier it is. Okay,
Yeah.
so just stay here, hand to the hip, hand to the ear, all the way up. Okay, let's just switch feet. Take the left foot forward. Okay, so I want you to take the right hand down and see how that feels.
Well, I can only do like a fist. I can't put
Fist.
my palm down.
Okay, and let's come all the way to the forearm, because your legs will allow that. Okay, so what I want you to do is to make a fist on the stool, and you're trying to push your elbow into the stool.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, now take your left hand, flatten out your pelvis, keep pushing your elbow into the chair. Your second hand to the hip, the ear, or overhead like you would normally. 5 breaths here. Roll your bottom shoulder behind your ear. Yep, there you go. Form looks great. Good job pushing the elbow. One more breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Back to starfish. Okay. The other revolved posture, I think we'll be fine, but let's just check it out. So take your, let's see. We're gonna skip the right side. We're just gonna test out the left side. So take your left foot forward and your right leg back into a low. I'm gonna face you this way just so you see what I'm doing at the same time. Okay, so I'm lunging forward. Same lunge that you're used to. You're gonna take your elbow across and you're gonna try to poke your armpit. Okay, why don't you face me or either go the other direction or face me so you can see what I'm doing put together.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just gonna do it this way then.
That's fine. So left foot forward, right leg back, lean super deep forward. Now, what I want you to do is to take your left hand to the cast, on top of the cast.
Yeah.
Your finger straight, you're gonna pump. You should feel this around the shoulder blade, not in the neck, not at the top of the shoulder, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, grab your pants with your fingertips. Your other hand stretches your ribs towards me. Make your body longer. Okay? Bottom hand is okay?
Yeah.
Push your back foot, your knee will come up. Hand to the hip, hand to the ear, hand forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release the knee first. Support yourself, releasing the arm. Okay. Good there. The sitting postures are all pretty straightforward. You can do everything through here. The only thing is, how would we modify when we're on the floor? So, what I want you to work on, because when we do the seated postures, we do the vinyasas, right? So,
yeah.
What I want you to do, instead of lifting, you're just gonna hold. It's the same muscular action. You just don't have the added support of pushing up. So squeeze. This is all the same. Tiptoes. Try to squeeze your knees together. Use your hands. Wrap yourself up. So knee to knee and then both knees to the chest. We're trying to close this gap. So I want you to feel like the top of your thighs are squeezing and your belly is squeezing to keep your legs in place. Okay, go forward. Exhale, V. Inhale. Okay, fingertips, you can take your fingertips down, yeah?
Yeah.
That's not uncomfortable?
No, that works.
Okay, so then from here, just focus on using your back muscles to squeeze and lift. Exhale, release. Okay, so anytime you do any sort of back bend posture, that's from seated, so instead of reverse plank. Instead of the vinyasa, we would do it in this way. Squeeze the fingertips, squeeze the back.
All right.
That reminded me. So reverse table. Reverse table, you're working on the shoulders, you're also working on the lower body. So we're gonna take the upper body out of it. You're just gonna do the lower body, you're just gonna come into regular position. So from here on the floor, just interlaced. That should be fine because we did it during the earlier sequence as a substitution. And then focus on pushing your hips. It's fine. Yeah. You're good to go, lady. You can do almost like 98% of everything. Just modifying the transitions.
Yeah, that was what I was most worried about, like all the,
Because it's fast also.
Yeah.
So you just slow it down and then you bring the floor higher so you don't have to take as much time transitioning as far, and it should be okay. Yeah. Any questions?
All right, cool. Thank you so much. This was
Yes,
awesome.
thanks for doing this. I hope it helps, and I hope you can get back into doing Ashtanga again. So,
Yes.
all right, lady. Well, I will let you go here and keep practicing, and then we'll catch up and see how you're doing. Okay.
All right. I'm coming to Busan